Video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We about to give him something new, Mike. Yeah. 3X. Y'all ready? Whether flaming a mic or flaming a blunt, he gon' keep it a bean and say what he want. He was the first one doing his hair, and y'all stealing. We only gon' give you the truth like Ron Killings. Yeah, guard feelings cause they might get hurt. Got a hold on his game, H fighting Kurt. 16 years strong, even doing this thing well. While these other dudes losing their airs like Gangrel. Look, find a seat while I ride the beat. When it come to podcasts, he's the tribal chief. I'm talking Major, the Genesis, Sega, and anything we still wondering about. That's why we got Michaela. As long as he here, you other dudes might shine. The only brother that can outdo the pipe bomb icon. Do it for the people like The Rock. Welcome to the show, introducing Mike Knoxxx. Yeah. Let's go.
I love that motherfucking theme song, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I love that damn theme song. Shout out to my man LT Capone, our pro finest. But listen, y'all, we are on the road to WrestleMania. Now, whether you like that road, and I'm gonna say it, I say it every year because I'm that old and I repeat shit. It's like the Yellow Brick Road, y'all. I like Wicked 1 and I like Wicked 2. I don't think the Royal Rumble was as bad as all y'all out there bitching about last night. But as always, let's talk about it. But today, I won't be here alone. It's not just my voice you're going to hear. You're going to hear I got to bring in people when it's time to do a show. So we're going to bring in my man, Spot Face. Coach supposed to be joining us as well later in the program. It's the Royal Rumble, right? So we gotta talk about it. This is a big deal, right? Let's talk about it. Listen, guys, make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the Mike Knoxxx Show. As my man Eric Ray Wright would say, if you're listening here this long, I mean, how hard is it to hit the like, subscribe, follow button? If you like the show, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this year's Royal Rumble. Your tribal chief is back. I almost put my hula follow on, y'all. And mine's real. It was gifted to me for my children. So therefore, mine is a real hula follow. Okay. But I didn't put it on. But my tribal chief is back. Your tribal chief is back. He told you. I gave you motherfuckers 2 years. And y'all ain't did shit. So I'm back. So was it predictable? So what? He's the tribal chief. Give him the chip. Then we got the women's. Ooh, I love me some women's. I thought they had the best show in town last night. And as one who has not been the biggest fan of the women's Royal Rumbles, because a lot of the sitting in the corners, not, just sometimes I watch women Royal Rumbles and I'm like, they're having caught on to always having to stay active. And I thought yesterday they did that. And I got some quarrels about that as well. We're going to talk about, let's bring in my man, as we talk about it, y'all. There it is. The Royal Rumble show is here. Let's talk about it. Let's be about it, because I want to talk to you, what you think about the show, Spot Face, all those things that matter to those people like you, because, you care about what other people have to say. You got something negative to say because that's what you do. So, Spot, welcome to the show. With your complaining, with your bitching, with your you got some theories that are not Austin, but
Austin
theories.
Have some Austin theories. I have some Austin
yourself
theories.
With your punk ass Patriots going to the Super Bowl.
You already know.
And he's a New Yorker, y'all.
You already know next week.
Fucking me. Go ahead.
But you already know. So throwing himself, yours truly, Mr. 1985, aka your mama's favorite fat boy, Spot Face, live from the VIP, no ID, in NYC at that.
You know what it is.
Oh man, the Royal Rumble was very royal. It was very prestigious in the city of Riyadh. So I would say this, to piggyback on what you said about the women and being active. Let's talk about it. I think having the outfits allowed them to be more athletic and not be worried about
focus on other parts. And I've always said that, like, I hate when it comes to certain men groups and wrestling fan base, when you tell me you like a wrestler, female wrestler, because how she looks and you don't know, can she wrestle?
But I just think they didn't have to worry about a wardrobe malfunction and can focus on the spot.
Yeah.
and focus on the timing and focus on everything that Unreal shows us that goes on behind the scenes.
Please, Unreal is Unreal. It should be canceled. Okay, it's
But
like Viking Quest.
5 stars for them. I give them all the credit. I think the women's division shined the brightest yesterday.
Okay, let's talk about that. But let me draw your attention to this. I want to start with this, right? One of the biggest, how can you say it, right? Y'all watch Stranger Things. One of the strangest things that's out there last night, right? Pun intended, was it an empty crowd? Or were there people in those seats? Because I'm one. Are you motherfuckers blind? I got glass. You know the ball like DMC? Like that's the old 80s rap, right? Are you blind? You can't see. Like there were people there. It was completely it was 25,000. And I get it. Because I watch it, I keep watching because I talk to you people. Mike Knoxxx, $1 million host, $1 million audience. You know, we tag it out. We form that $1 million connection to show the pros listen to. Shout out King Vaughn at church. Say a prayer for me, God, because I've been drinking. Tell me that your ass saw people in them seats. Now, I'm not talking about whether they were a good crowd. It was 25,000 people there, dog. I'm sorry. Like, it looked at times, they were trying to imitate the Clippers stadium that we saw from Rock, which is a great stadium.
Intuit Dome, yes. The Intuit Dome, yes.
Honestly, Intuit Dome is different because the way they're stacked on each other. The way they had these lights, it was like you go to the airport and you get your luggage. That's how big the fucking light was on the seats. First of all, you know the seats are good. They're all comfortable. Okay. There were people there, Spot. Did you not see that?
I mean, we seen them build the stadium, so we know they built the seats.
Right.
But they built a stadium for an arena size. 25,000 seems to me a low number for what was been expected. And to be honest with you, the crowd was not what I thought it would have been.
Okay, why?
When the biggest pop is for Daniel Bryan's wife.
Hey, you know that's what we call them.
When the biggest pop of the night is for Daniel Bryan's wife in Bree mode coming back for a Rumble spot, I'm scared for what Mania is going to look like next year.
Listen, my black ass is going. So I'm not disappointed yet. Okay? And I know you're talking about next year and again, I've hated from the beginning. I'm going to say it. I think most traditional wrestling fans, whether you like what's going on, you don't like what's going on, I think at some point we got to say y'all fucked up and thought that life would be better without Vince McMahon. You're right? I just think y'all really fucked that up and thought life would be better without Vince. We got the same racial divide in this. No matter what they kind of show us, I'm going to talk about that later. You know, Mike Knoxxx is going to tell you who I'm voting rooting for. Okay? But listen.
Yeah.
They were just boring, but there were people there. I just want that to be the misnomer, at least from my perspective. Did you think the seats were full? Because several outlets said they were not. Green shirt guy was there, but he bought the wrong side because he's in the same seat, but on the other side.
Well, the camera was green shirt guy. I don't know what lottery he won or what's going on with green shirt guy. Life. He's living the life.
All right. I'd say there's no way he's going to Saudi Arabia. We know he's going to be at Mania next year if he was there for this. Okay.
I would think 25,000 seems like a low number, but it seems solid.
It seems solid.
Because in Riyadh, I mean, I don't know what else they got going on. It wasn't like they had another event out there. So I could see the 25,000 being legit. I just think.
What? She's not mad at Roman winning. The official camera woman, y'all. She is. Don't like her tribal chief. I'd tell you that. Go ahead.
I just think for as big as it was promoted, that to only have 25,000, because you know they love to do numbers for these arenas.
They didn't come out and do their typical.
They didn't do their typical media pushing for a sold out 20, whatever the number's going to be, like they did at Indianapolis last year.
Yeah.
So I do think it could be something with the government.
Do you think they pull it back like they did to New Orleans? Do you think they see the writing on the wall and will pull it back, or is the Saudis' money too important? That's a whole different subject. But that's a question I think you got to ask yourself, because it's not
the problem that I do have
out there.
The problem that I do have with all of this now, and I'm speaking for the talent as a former wrestler, for those who know, that it's just a date on the schedule now. There's no bonus money with any of this. So the company's gonna make whatever it's just going straight to the company. and you just got to get on the plane or the charter because it's on the schedule. That's sad to me. Because you had Jay Cargill there, who, for what? I could have been home.
Again, for who? For what? Ricky Williams. Okay, Ricky Waters. All right. Let's ask some of these questions to get into the show. It looks like the seats were empty from certain angles because of the lighting, but the seats were full. And that's what I was. This is why I live by the hashtag. Come on, where my Brock Lesnar? Because he to me, like, we'll talk about Brock in a second. Look at my face.
Man,
yes, there were people sitting there. You blind fucks.
I mean, yeah, the government will order you to go. So,
listen, no, what you say? No disrespect to Brie Bella, Brie Mode. I was happy to see her back. The tag division will be shaken up. Listen, the thing is that a one-off? I wonder, is Brie coming back a one-off? But I saw it. I saw a post, not mine, not it's Nietzsche's. And I said it though when it came out live, but I didn't post. I told my children, I said, that means Daniel Bryan's coming back soon too, y'all. Now we let them eggs lie where they are. But let's get into the show.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about, we gave our opinions. Let's talk about this women's Royal Rumble. One by one, Liv Morgan finally breaking through the barrier, if you will, Spot. And getting through second, third, now one in there. And I'm gonna say this, as we've already echoed it, right? I think that's the overwhelming sentiment of yesterday was the women's Royal Rumble. I can't remember last time we actually thought a women's Royal Rumble was better than the men's, at least to me. Only one that comes to mind would be, and I can't remember if the Rumble was that good or the ending was that good, of course, with Bianca. Oh my God, where the fuck were you at last night, Belair?
She's hurt, bro.
Ripley, okay.
That freak knuckle incident. Listen, that freak knuckle accident.
It's not a knuckle incident. She's knocked up. Montez then fucked it up out there. If Montez, he ain't got nothing else to do.
He ain't got nothing else to do.
There's nothing else to do, but you're right. That's all they do. She can't wrestle. They go, but no, we just saw her at.
But I'm saying he ain't working. He ain't doing nothing.
Working. Fucking like rabbits, right? But that's the last time I can remember a women's Royal Rumble being entertaining or could be competing, right? So watching this, I didn't really have big hopes and I'm one of them wrestling fans, right? I'm not, see, this is the thing, you've been doing this with me for a while now, Spot. Because I didn't get what I wanted from the Rumble doesn't make it not fun or good. May not have been the entertaining level that I thought we would get, but doesn't make it bad. So the fact I didn't get Bianca at 30 and I got Tiffany Stratton, I hated it. I hated it from that perspective as me as the fan, because I need to see Bianca, oh my God, Montez Ford's Belair back in the fucking ring. Oh, she got a new name. I'm sorry, y'all. Bianca, Montez Ford's wife. Oh no, Bianca, oh my God, Montez's wife. Where the fuck were you at last night in the Rumble, Belair?
I just think that the Rumble itself, for what it was just like the Evolution pay-per-view last year, or PLE.
What do you mean?
The women shined, right? And so,
well, they're gonna sign that. That's
no. But what I'm saying is the Soul Rukas, Lash Legend, and for the crowd to sound overrated, either you don't know the product.
No. They're not getting off the hook that easily.
Okay.
This happened last year when they were there the last time.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black.
Y'all boo Bianca Belair, and now the Saudi Arabia crowd has a problem with the most bona fide 100% everybody in the world wants chocolateness. Y'all boo. The black woman is the most sought out, adorable gift a human man can possess in his possession. And I don't mean that women as, I own you like a property.
But this was what bothers me with that.
Like, when she first came, Last Legend?
No, but when she first came out, they was chanting "whoop that trick."
Because that's a trick thing, and I get that part.
No, but what I'm saying is you acknowledge her in her relationship, in her engagement.
Yeah.
But then you call her overrated because she's eliminating
your people. That's the point. Let's go through it, right? So starts off Charlotte and Alexa, Rich, what I thought was a good entrance, right? Like,
they tried the demolition spot. They tried the demolition spot.
Never, to me, And I know people didn't like the fallout of it. You cannot, to me, you cannot duplicate Uso versus Uso at 1 and 2.
This the demolition spot.
But I get it. That's wrestling. The Royal Rumble, although it's supposed to be subjective to a ping pong thing, the chances of these happening this often is unnaturally. That's not the lottery.
It's unreal.
It's unreal, right? Like the show Unreal that y'all still, please don't give me a season 3. Can y'all cancel that shit now? But they already gave you the money, right? But Alexa, Kiana James, Nia Jax coming in at 4. I thought it was crazy.
Before
Ivy Niles, I'm going to say this to my man. I don't give a good dog damn. I dropped the ball on her, not liking her out the gate. Ivy Niles is that chick, yo. And I think she should get a little bit more credit. Lola Vice, who I personally think is overrated. That's just me. One of the girls I believe, like Jada Parker, for what it's worth. I don't care. That's just me. I love them. I wish them success. I think they get over more because men are overly fantasizing over their sexuality. Okay. Jordan Grace had a great. Listen, Jordan Grace delivered one of the best spine busters I've seen when she got in this ring. Like I said, whoa! Like this women's Royal Rumble spot, I felt gave us a lot of things. I don't like Natty as Natalya. I do like. Here's what I liked about the Rumble. Now I'm gonna move on. I like that Becky Lynch got eliminated by Natty because it was something I didn't see coming. I like the fact that you gave me things where I thought, okay, Charlotte Flair can win this because it's still Charlotte Flair, right? I like things where like you gave me Rhea Ripley. I like the ending of it where you gave me those 3 women in that ring with Liv, with Sol Roca,
and Tiffany Stratton.
You couldn't, to me, this was a Rumble where honestly, and I'm not a Tiffy time guy like I was in the beginning. I was happy with whoever won this in this moment. I thought, if you're ever going to let somebody just win and actually push the envelope forward to say, we're going to be different. We're going to give you something new, the new generation. Because this thing was led by new up and coming women, Spot. And to me.
Well, if you look at that picture,
yeah,
that is past, present, and future in a lot of ways, right? Liv has been there, right? Liv has been champion.
Really,
just listen.
Okay.
Liv has been employed for 12 years with WWE. Okay? This is the biggest she's ever been, character-wise. But Liv has been around for 12 years. Mm-hmm. She's a multi-time champion already. Tiffany Stratton was champion going into the Mania last year. And now you got Sol Ruka, who's been pegged as the future because she was featured on the John Cena show. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by that. So I don't mind that. Listen. And either one of them could have won. Yo, Trick know what he's doing.
Listen, look at Last Legend, and I'm going to say this with all due respect. Y'all know how I feel about Queen Nia Jax. Okay? But Last Legend is everything they wanted Nia to be.
Yeah. Yes.
That Lash is. She's that big.
The only problem I have,
Amazonian woman.
The only problem I have
losing to smaller chicks.
The only problem I ever had with Lash is that name.
Yeah, me too.
The only problem I've ever had is because that name does not do a good morning America.
No, it does not. What do you think about this fallout here, Charlotte and them? Just things like that. I don't think that moves forward in the storyline. I do love with Asuka. And Io,
Kyrie run. Kyrie
real run. Like, I loved it. But our winner of this thing, let's speak about her. Miss Liv Morgan delivers. Listen, I'm on the record for always saying I used to call her Mid Morgan. And
the Riot Squad was mid.
The second she came back to wrestling and she did the promo on the back alleyway and the stairwell, right? Remember she came back with her shoulder? I said, oh shit. It's certain things with wrestling I like to look at. I don't jump on the bandwagon quick with people. I don't look because they're pretty or, I can admire that, but I want to see, I'm here for the show. And I thought, okay, to start this PLE, this is a good start. Now from here, we're going to have some bumpy roads. But overall, I'm happy with her winning. I think she deserves to win. What do you think? Comment below. Let me know.
I mean, given the promo video for Mania, she will be the one winning.
Yeah.
And Liv was the MVP before the injury.
Yeah.
So they kind of probably piggyback off of what they probably had planned and re-altered it. So if it was her winning the Rumble to get what the end point was supposed to be before the injury, I'm fine with that. I don't have no problems with Liv Morgan winning. Out of the three, she would be the one to win. I don't want to see Tiffany Tom back in that spot. I keep saying Tiffany Stratton is a heel. I do not know why they keep miscasting her because Tiffany Tom got over. She's a Barbie brat blonde who can actually wrestle, but where's her heater? Like, where's her Lash Legend? Where's her Nia Jax? That should have been Jade.
Listen, guess what? As you say that about Tiffany Stratton, this is why I hate Rhea Ripley lately. Nothing screams to her face when you look at Rhea Ripley. I guess she's the most popular woman up there, even with the men in wrestling right now. That's
Drake loves her. Drake loves her.
When you're loved, when you're liked, it doesn't matter. This is when I say looks matter, because in this case, she's still who she is, right? She just presents a different side of it. But when they need to actually go do a photo shoot, they still stand Bianca. Oh my God, Montez Ford's. Where the fuck was you at last night in the Royal Rumble? Belair. In case I thought I was gonna forget the name. Okay.
But again,
this right here, real fast. Kiana James last night killed it.
Yes.
First of all, as I want to get my little perv vision on, she looked the best in her bodysuit, by the way.
When she got her enhancement, it was
of course. Right, they definitely dropped the ball not having Cargill in this. We saw her on SmackDown with her old AEW outfit on, but we don't see her.
What was JD doing in the Rumble? She's the champ.
Nothing. Again, this is where for me.
And look. That's my problem that I have.
But here it is. But we have wrestling. It's the Royal Rumble, and I'm sitting here, and now people are paying for it again, right? Where's my backstage segments? It's still wrestling.
Hold on, I got one better for you. Why aren't the champions watching the Rumble?
Were they exactly? Even if they're not in that crowd, which I get that, backstage in Gorilla.
Where's the champions watching the Rumble?
Yeah.
Like, I love how they love to hark back to history, but when it's convenient, right? We used to be in a skybox. You'll have the world champ on one side, the WWE champ on the other side, or whatever. Where was Stephanie McCoy and Jade Cargill?
Now that's the best part about this. Also, I thought so. Key stand out for me, other than the bougie bully Lash Legend. Okay, and I want to give shouts out to her again, because not only did she sit there, she laid some chicks out, y'all. Okay, you have to understand the importance of them getting this. That's when I saw this moment, I said, she's backstage telling these Bella twins, thank you.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
Definitely. And hey, Wade Barrett, it's Kalani Jordan.
Yes. Hey,
I need you to get these people's names.
He does that on purpose.
No, but see that's the problem.
Yeah.
Kalani's not on main TV.
No, she's not.
And her first action in the Rumble, you called her James 3 and 4 times. It's Kalani Jordan. I'm gonna need you to get her name right.
Get that one correct for sure. Also, the Judgment Day. So I was getting at. I loved how, to me, those three girls.
You see Big Sexy. You see Big Sexy.
It's Big Mommy Cool.
It changed. I don't know why you don't pay attention to what the commentary says.
I don't give a what you mean.
She's Big Sexy.
The commentary just said he called her James when her name was Jordan.
No, so but Raquel Rodriguez, since she got with Kevin Nash,
he doesn't get it.
She's called Big Sexy now.
Here's the thing. We call her on this program, the Mike Knoxxx Show, the show for the intelligent wrestling fan.
Call her Big Sexy.
Hold on, if you don't be quiet, I'll mute your ass. I'll put in the Sandwich Wiki. Okay? I will Sandwich Wiki your ass. We were calling her Big Mommy Cool. Okay? Dice engulfed her that before Kevin Nash even got a hold of calling her being with her. And so I don't give a fuck if Kevin Nash, who certain black folks want to say it's okay for him to wear FUBU. No, it's not. Okay, y'all love him entirely too fucking much. And yes, I am the fucking originator, the creator. That ain't a word, I just made it up. Of that title getting spray painted in person by Kevin Nash first. I brought that to the mainstream. God damn, look good. You ain't gonna notice my Macho Man jacket today.
Kevin Nash is a part of the squad, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever. He's part of these nuts.
yo, you a hater.
I am your fan's favorite fan and your hater's favorite hater because every fan got some hate inside of him. My niggas tell me that every day. Ooh, Mike just dropped the N-bomb. I never do that. I apologize, mama. But listen, let's go on. Right. So your favorite parts of the Rumble, so we can go on to the rest of the show if we get to the men's side where it really was good at.
My favorite parts of the Rumble. Yikes.
I just said that.
Following that amazing women's Rumble we got, Gunther and AJ.
He's not retiring, y'all. Stop crying. It's like when I went to go see Infinity War, and this lady bust out screaming, "Ah!" And then my son starts, "Dad, did they really just kill Black Panther and Spider-Man?" And I had to break the fourth wall, and I said, "Look at my face." They just made $1 billion. They ain't going nowhere. AJ Styles did not lay his gloves or his boots down in the ring. So
because he's
if anything, his contract is up, as we know, as it's been reported anyway, right? That his contract is up. Retirement means you actually drop him off. He didn't drop him off, which means I say a while just jokingly, but I still feel it honestly. AEW. I think it makes sense. I don't like the run they gave AJ to end his year. I get it. It went the same year as John Cena's, beat up John Cena, but then you could have ran that even better if you knew this was going to happen. Okay? So then someone said to me, well, the whole TNA thing. Okay, that makes sense. If that happens, though, would you rather see him in TNA where he'll be a part-timer? Or will he be a part-timer? Will he take shine away from what they're trying to do with TNA? Or we like to see him go to AEW where he would be a big fucking deal in AEW. And I'm just saying that, like, AEW, this is the wrestling world. This is what wrestling has been all our lives. You just got it now with AEW. No, there's still a pimple on a donkey's ass to WWE, but it's still something else to watch. Yeah, I said it, motherfucker.
Hold on. Shout out to the Cycle Killer. He won a belt last night. New TNT champ.
First of all, I was waiting for one of y'all motherfuckers to bring that bullshit up. Okay.
Listen, I love Pete Ciampa, baby. I love Pete Ciampa.
Listen.
Black and Gold Ciampa was must-see TV.
Nothing against Tommaso Ciampa.
He was must-see TV in Black and Gold.
First of all, let me just say this. He's one of those wrestlers that certain wrestling fans love that I say, okay, as great as he is, what's his story? Because his story is kind of boring. Right? But I'll let it slide because there's Gunther, right? So then when Ciampa leaves, you're like, okay, I get it. They didn't do shit with him on the main roster. His peak, and it's a shame, was with The Miz. Okay? That was his peak. Okay? That in my eyes shit with him and a lot of those short motherfuckers, that shit didn't work either. So I'm happy that he went over here. Here's why I say this shit with Ciampa's crazy. If you got fucked up in WWE, what the fuck you think's gonna happen to your neck in AEW, man? Whoa. What is wrong with you, Ciampa?
At least you didn't go to Triple
H. Live. I watch Darby Allin every time he does something crazy, and it literally says out of my mouth, and Mama, please forget his boy. I don't mean the words I say, Lord, my words bring life. I think the man wants to die in the ring.
Darby's scary.
Ciampa must be next. Because can you imagine a Ciampa and a Darby Allin match? Someone's going to the hospital. So why would you want to go over there to almost die? I just don't understand that.
Hey, he's happy, man, and that's all that matters. But now let's bring it back to the Rumble. Hey, AJ didn't drop the gloves. Wherever he goes, I want him to be happy. He's one of the greatest wrestlers to ever do it. Period. Forget company. One of the best to ever do it. Period. And I'm just happy I got to witness him one time in my life.
In person? I think I've seen AJ a few times.
Yeah, I've seen him in person.
I think I've seen him a few times.
The match was great. The match was great.
It's AJ.
Right. And that's the point. It's AJ.
Can I just say this? I gotta say this. And I'm not hating. Why do everybody like Gunther?
I miss Walter. I'm sorry.
Okay, what the fuck's the difference?
It's just because it was impressive with the size he had.
Because he was fat boy.
Yeah, remember like
Yeah, I
them,
called him
that
fat.
that
You called him skinny.
NXT UK run, he was scary.
He was, because he's a big boy. He's a hoss.
He was murder, death, kill.
He was.
And then he lost the weight and he's just a guy to me.
Is it force feeding? But I know that's wrestling.
It's a force-fed gimmick where when Randy did it, it felt natural.
Yes.
When Randy did it, it felt natural, especially being that it was like his dad's friends with him being a third generation.
Yeah.
And being a legend killer and the son of a legend. So it felt natural. This Gunther thing just seems like we have to keep him strong. We have to keep him on TV. This is what he can do.
Thank you for that.
And that's the problem.
Wherever he goes, we're gonna go. Gunther is that dog. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with that. King,
I'm not saying he can't wrestle.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm just saying,
like if today's people, youngins, right, your YNs, would say that Bret Hart was boring. I've heard Chris tell me Bret Hart's boring. If Bret Hart's boring, then what the fuck is Gunther?
Best wrestler ever. The problem I have with Gunther's gimmick was that the mat was sacred, right? He was a throwback.
Yes.
He was an old school guy. But then he started doing low blows and cheap shots, and then the mat ain't sacred no more because that's your mission statement is lost.
Right.
So that's where the disconnection starts.
Is this what we're getting out of Mag because people say it because they didn't come across in the Rumble? And we'll talk about that in a second as well. But I think as much as people don't give Brock Lesnar credit for jobbing out, that certain times Brock won't job. And I don't think Brock's going to get ended his career losing to somebody. That's just
yeah.
Brock Lesnar's not losing to retire. I'll tell you that right now.
Brock ain't never won no tag title. Brock ain't never won no mid-card title. Brock from day one.
Next thing, from day one. Okay, listen, let's talk about my man Sami Zayn. I ain't got no pictures for Sami. I don't make no sense.
Oh, man. Man.
Sami a picture, y'all. I'm not even fronting.
You talking about a match that was just there?
No, my dumb ass actually thought this, right? Because, I'm a man of wrestling principles of hashtag wrestling is storyline. I thought maybe if you're going to ever give it to Sami, I said it a couple weeks ago, this was the best time. Somebody actually put in my man Marco said, he's not winning. Why would he give him the belt back? Because A, it's wrestling. A, certain people, as you say, they pay their chops. They pay their dues. If Sami's if I ever see him winning, which I don't, would win it, there's pockets in wrestling because of what surrounds it. This is why this is a show for the intelligent wrestling fan. There's pockets in wrestling that surround it where you got the shit going on with Drew, with Jacob, and Cody that I thought that's how he would win it. That's how I would have booked it. Because it wouldn't have made Drew still look no weaker than he is because he's Drew Mac. I said all the time, black, white, that's why people say, oh, Mike is a little racist. No, I just want black wrestlers to succeed. They're not the tier, right? If I had to build a professional wrestler spot, I would build him with Drew McIntyre.
First and foremost.
He's the split image of a
sign him first and figure it out.
Okay, and from there, figure it out. I've always been a Drew McIntyre fan. I actually have his early T-shirts. You know that, right? So I thought if Sami could ever win, this is now. And then it wouldn't matter because you do have Elimination Chamber coming. He don't have to walk into Mania as champion. He's Sami Zayn. Him winning it for 45 days, he's world champion. Hell, I got Wepa being a fucking champion. You telling me that Wepa deserves a world heavyweight title run more than motherfucking Sami Uso?
And that's what we text about. I thought if Sami was to win and Roman was to win the Rumble, that is the story there.
That's a story.
That is the culmination of everything that would have made the last 4 to 5 years worth everything.
At least from Sami's perspective anyway. He's always trying to say this was because look, and let's get into it from right there. Great fucking segue. We've been here too fucking long anyway, as I feel. And I want to talk about this men's Royal Rumble, right? You have your winner, Roman Reigns, people. I mean, the second you heard that his name was in the Royal Rumble.
You mean the video? Because he didn't cut a promo. He didn't send an advocate. He just sent the post.
Yeah. I'm in the Rumble. He's going to win.
A video graphic.
And then when I saw what he said on Pat McAfee, I knew it even more. Because this is where I'm going to always do this. And because I think, in fairness, I don't know if you guys read things or anything you read. I always go to the Bible. There's pretext and post-text, right? If you don't see where everything's not Triple H's fault and that he does have a hard road to follow, he's coming up booking-wise behind the greatest to ever done it, despite all his flaws in Vince McMahon.
In booking flows too, personal in booking flows.
All of that. That's why I just leave it at that whole flaw shit, right? Like, both Rumbles, women's, was not booked wrongly. I thought that it was great how certain people lost. It was eliminated. It was different. It felt new. I felt the same way for this men's Royal Rumble. I'm sorry. I get it. We didn't get Jericho. I get we didn't get whoever. I get that I got fucking and it's fucking dumbass Lizard.
It's in the corner.
That shit's corny.
And they own AAA, so they had to put two of them in there.
And I get that. And they want to put
like, I get the El Grande versus El Grande way. Why couldn't it just been Chad Gable? Like,
well, what you mean? That's not Chad Gable. That's the original El Grande Americana, baby.
Bruh.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It's one of the funniest things in Rumble. See, that's the thing I'm saying. Like, what he has to do in Triple H, which I don't think people give him credit for, is you have to create something different, but yet understand the formula that has gotten you there. WWE has always had comedy. It has always had storyline in it. Look how he gets eliminated in this match. Look at the young OG.
That made no sense to me. That made no sense to me.
What made no sense? The kick?
Drew McIntyre eliminating Cody for
it
what?
Made plenty of sense because Drew's saying, fuck you, Cody. And
you can't get a title shot anyway. So
that's why you attack him, because he can't. I think it makes sense. That's just me. You got this didn't make no sense. I smacked your ass for running it back, but we're gonna go ahead and do this one and
what? Your entire gimmick is run it back,
and then I'm gonna throw your ass out the ring. Right? I got that this man right here. I'm gonna say it. Obama, 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 Ofini, Obama. He's the future, but not really, because we know who the future of the company is. His name is Braun Breaker. So when we set up the future, here's what I say. They put the mind fucks on you. And I say, Triple H, I'm sorry. I love you. Okay? But
who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
You can't fool me. I know for a fact that you set it up where you made it look like and appear like that Oba, he can say for storyline purposes, because wrestling storyline, I threw out Braun Breaker. But Braun Breaker got attacked by who? Mind Fission. Somebody said, what's the GM name? Pierce, Adam Pierce. No, it's either Seth Rollins or it's Austin fucking Theory, y'all.
Do you think?
I've never thought he was a part of the Vision. They don't even wear T-shirts. That's how the Vision's not a good faction.
Do you think
they don't wear T-shirts?
Do you think when they blundered that Braun Breaker was the #1 spot, they created an audible?
They had to. They fucked it up by having Oba come out.
No, what I'm saying is on SmackDown.
Yeah.
It was so. I think they created an audible for the whole scenario.
They fucked up my man Royce Keys, Brian Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs. You don't have him come out in Saudi Arabia. This is disrespectful to Brian Hobbs. And here, why I like the fact that you did give me Oba in the Rumble, although I didn't want to see him in the Rumble first. The Rumble can do two things, and which it did for Oba. I'm a dominant next big thing, as I'm standing next to the next big thing. But he didn't get this, and I'm going to tell you why. One, no one knows who he is. No offense when I tell people about AEW, it's no disrespect. They do not know who Brian Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs is. That's why they put his name on the board first, hoping it would get a pop. Then you gave him to this stupid new name, Royce Keys. And yeah, he had an okay performance in there. I can see him and Wepa, because that's who was his main combatant in the ring was during this time. But I didn't like how he got introduced, Spot.
He, first of all, what's wrong? Why he can't be just Royce Hobbs? The Keys is what throws it off for me.
Yeah, Keys is
The
really,
Keys
Royce
is what
Hobbs.
throws it off.
That'd have been a great
If you
name.
named him
Royce
Powerhouse
Hobbs
Royce Hobbs,
yeah,
I believe that.
Yeah.
If this is a case of big fish in a small pond because he's one of the bigger guys in AEW, but here he just is a regular sized guy. Like, Priest is way taller than him.
I saw him being 6'1", and I saw him in the ring with Brock and them, and Brock's only like, what, 6'4"?
Yeah,
right?
like he's 5'11".
That's more than I thought. Here's my thing with, see, when you bring guys in, this is where I will say Triple H needs some help, right? And he completely booked the black and gold edition, right? Because there's times to me, Trip does the right thing. He's in tune. He's just who he is. He knew that this worked to give
for
it
all
to
the right reasons.
To give it to his, that man came in the ring and whooped ass in a fur coat,
in a fur white coat in Saudi Arabia.
This was big.
But the problem I have with the Oba Femi spot with Brock, if Brock was getting eliminated, then Oba should have did it.
Yeah, I thought Oba should have did it too, but that's
because it does nothing for Cody and LA Knight. It does literally nothing for Cody and LA Knight.
No reason at all.
Why couldn't Oba get that?
Whoa. See, that's why Elvis need to leave the building. Bret Hart is trash.
Someone doesn't know wrestling.
I bet your bathroom stinks.
Someone doesn't know wrestling. Bret Hart is the greatest wrestler in professional wrestling history.
I don't think we're going to get Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar at Raw.
No.
That's no. You're not getting that.
I'm mad. We didn't get Carmelo Hayes in the Rumble.
And this is also crazy, which I thought was missing from that picture. Was I thought Carmelo Hayes?
Because I would have loved him and Trick to have a interaction.
But that's how I was going to go also, because I felt that, especially what they're doing with Dragunov, he made that little nugget on SmackDown about, I don't know if you're working with the Miz or not. Melo's not a face. Make him a heel.
He's not.
What makes Melo great is when he has a heater like he had Trick. Give Royce Hobbs to him. Melo and Royce Hobbs works. That's why I didn't like that as well. Solo coming out. I think back together. That's another crazy statement. Solo Sikoa is in the top 7 for futures in his business. Everything Solo Sikoa does is amazing. And again, shout out to that family who always do something that stands them apart with how they ripped off the flower you followers, the Alohas in the ring. So I know I probably got the name wrong. I apologize. But I thought that was great. Solo is great. You are crazy. And damn right, happy Black History Month, man. Why are you going to do that in the middle of the show? The
problem I have with people who don't get Solo is Solo literally went from being the silent assassin to one of the funniest people on SmackDown when SmackDown's unwatchable.
When SmackDown's unwatchable, Solo was hilarious.
But for 3 years, he didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing for 3 years. I just feel like
they deemed him the next tribal chief,
right?
Because of what he brings to the program.
He can go in the ring and he can wrestle with anybody.
He can wrestle with anybody.
Solo has that ability, but Jacob Fatu, if they don't strike the rocket by now, they don't get it.
I think he did everything they asked him to do. Like he left, he came back, he lost that weight, he looks good in that ring.
Right, the shirt is off. The shirt is off.
I do think they should have let Roman and him have a bigger moment.
Yes.
I thought that. But
Unreal taught us that WWE loves a moment. And they didn't give us enough moments in this Rumble.
No.
Because every moment the clock was ticking. Every moment the clock was ticking.
It definitely felt like I was in a lot of watching the clock go down with people. I didn't think Jey Uso would come to the crowd when it came to the crowd that time away.
That's the only way he's gonna get cheered.
But this is how, as much as sometimes I want to like Barrett, as you talked about Barrett earlier, he says when they put pyro in your entrance, you're a big deal. Well, they put pyro and Royce Keys' entrance, and they didn't make me feel like Royce Hobbs. And I stuck up from last week, one of my biggest TikToks. Please make sure you follow me on TikTok as well. I'm sorry, I just thought that was, they don't give enough credit, right? Like but I thought again, I just watch it again. I like the Royal Rumble.
To get down to the final two, I think the problem is we're conditioned for number 30 to be something. Mm-hmm. And when it was Gunther,
would you have been happy at Jericho?
I'm not one of those guys that Jericho doesn't have to come back to WWE for me.
I agree with you.
I'm not one of those guys.
No, he doesn't need to come back. He doesn't need to come back at all.
But
if he comes back, would you have been happy to see him?
Of course, because it's Jericho.
I thought Gunther at 30 was fucking brilliant. He came out fucking limping, and because of how they're pushing him, it gave me the notion. I get that it's Roman. I immediately said in the beginning of this segment, Roman's winning the Rumble.
The problem is,
Gunther,
but the problem is we're conditioned for the Final Four mentality. No, hold on, let me finish. We're conditioned for the Final Four, right? They mention it now, and when your Final Four is Randy, Roman, Logan Paul, and Gunther,
yeah, that right.
Only Randy and Roman was really winning that.
Yeah.
And for those to not be the final two, because we would all set up like, well, this could go either way.
Listen, wrestling fans, don't do this for me right here. Right? Don't do this. I get that Keys was his last mother's, name, right? I think two of y'all said it in here, right? His late mother's name. Okay.
He could have named his finisher that.
That don't mean it works. Royce
he could have named his finisher that.
Could have called him Keys. I don't know. The man with the keys to the building. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, like it's just a horrible name. Like when you're booking a name, right? Because remember, wrestling is about booking. The marquee is what matters. Royce Keys does not scream WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Lash Legend doesn't scream WrestleMania. But
Dolph Ziggler doesn't scream WrestleMania no matter how great Dolph Ziggler was. Sorry, that's my Dolph Ziggler
right.
Of 4. I love Finn Balor, but it doesn't scream WrestleMania.
Right. But Seth Rollins sounds like a real person.
Seth Rollins, baby.
Seth Rollins, baby.
That's what it is. Baby.
Becky Lynch sounds like a real person. Bianca Belair.
Keys sounds fake.
Right. Bianca Belair sounds like a real person.
If you want to keep Keys, then name him something different.
Right.
And his first
Bret
name,
Hart sounded like a real person.
Yeah.
Steve Austin sounded like a real person. Shawn Michaels sounds like a real person. His name's Michael Hickenbottom. Nobody's coming to see Michael Hickenbottom.
Even if it doesn't work, for you, Knox, he's still a Nodges fan. It will always take to get used to it. Listen, man.
Did Dean Ambrose work? It's not John Moxley. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on, that's not fair. They both stupid names.
Yeah, but one of them headlines pay-per-views, the other one,
Hey, the other was a multi-world champion in WWE, so I know what you're talking about. Okay? Listen, I don't care what you say. Was he the worst of the crew as far as the Shield winning titles? Yes. However, I've always said I was a Dean Ambrose guy. I love John Moxley. He is the same. He is more over in WWE. The shit he does in AEW, they are into fisting because they're into some weird shit. If you want to bleed on purpose with a cheese grater to your head, something's wrong with you, brother. But hey, as you wrestling fans would say, that's what he wants to do to be happy. So let him be happy, putting a cheese grater to his nuts.
That's what he wants to do.
If a man
Zack Ryder was never headlining WrestleMania. But neither will Matt Cardona. But Jesus.
Matt Cardona. Nobody knows who Matt Cardona is.
We're still on the Royal Rumble. Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green.
I said for 10 years, Spot, give me something more than Zack Ryder. What is after Zack Ryder? He gives me himself, and I'm still like,
I don't want it.
I don't see it.
But shout out to Chelsea Green.
Chelsea
Another great
Green is,
performance. A
yeah,
great
she
comedy
replaces
spot.
Kofi. Listen, stop. I'm gonna real fast because you brought up Chelsea Green, and I apologize because my son wanted me to bring this up. Shout out to Christian. Javon Evans took a beating.
He did.
Every single person that came in the ring attacked his ass first. Was that on purpose?
He that's his gimmick. He's good.
Showed
That's
out though. I love him in the ring. No,
he gotta learn how to
Kofi.
talk.
Listen, I get it didn't have the names. The men's Royal Rumble didn't have the names, and the ones they put in there, like
Mr. Iguana,
but
LA Park.
somebody put in there like even Logan Paul said, "Who
Who are you?
I
Yo,
thought that was
who are
I
you?
thought that was very disrespectful though. I did.
But who are you?
But it's the number one, the real mega star. It's not LA Knight. It's
The Royal Vince used to do that all the time. He'll send you out to the Rumble, and if they knew you, okay. It happened with Adam Cole. It happened with other guys in the past. And we can send you out, and they know you. We'll talk about it.
Well, that crowd didn't seem to know anybody.
No Ricky Saints.
No Ricky Saints. I think rather got him over Iguana Man. But I get Iguana because that's business, AAA, and all that nonsense.
Where's Vikingo? At least give me the main star.
So what were your downfalls of this WrestleMania, of this Royal Rumble, as we get into the road to WrestleMania?
The lack of predictability. Like, well, the extreme fast forwardness of predictability. I would have preferred it a little more drama at the end, like how Unreal told us about Money in the Bank. It's the drama, and they didn't give us no drama. Roman just threw them out. Outside of that, I'm just glad the women got to do their thing.
Hold on, stop. I'm sorry. All right, no. That's what Roman does. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's what Roman does.
I put the butts in. I put the food on the table, and I take it off the
But
table.
to say he gave him 2 years.
Chief.
To say he gave him.
Where's Kevin Owens?
Hold on. That's another point I wanted to say. If Sami is to ever win that title, Kevin Owens is going to be healthy to ruin it. Just like the NXT title. If Kevin Owens is ever truly 100% healthy and Sami wins that belt, Kevin Owens is coming out to do what he did at NXT. Period.
No, Bianca Belair was disappointing.
She's hurt.
God damn it. How long did a knuckle help? Can you put her back somewhere? Where's my Bianca? Oh my God, Montez Ford. Where the fuck was you at last night, Belair, on the report of her knuckle?
Maybe she wins the chamber again. And that's in Chicago, so they got a lot of pressure going into that.
No, listen, Logan, man, I'm sorry. I've said it from the time I saw him at WrestleMania in Texas. I don't care what I think about him politically.
He put in work.
I think he's the best thing to gravitate to wrestling since Kurt Angle. Didn't say he was as good as Kurt Angle. Don't put words in my mouth. Gravitate to the business like Kurt Angle. And they still hold him back. I think a lot of things going with his own personal camera crew stuff, whatever that dynamic is that he signed for them to keep him, right? Whatever that is, because he still does his own impulse things like that. I think that might take away from a little bit, but I like people who don't seem to play wrestling. I say that all the time. And I think he does that. That's why. But go ahead. Yeah, you were talking about the women's Royal Rumble.
The Rumble. I just think that the women really shine. We got multiple storylines woven out of it that I can't wait to see play out tomorrow night on Raw. Which that's what the Royal Rumble does. That's what we're conditioned to think. Remember, right? The first time they gave us, oh wow, will they break up and then they eventually fight at Mania? That's what it started with. So I just think overall it was an okay show. It wasn't. I don't need to watch it again. No, it's not a world beater Rumble.
I did because
but we had to do the show. That's different.
But well, yeah.
But I'm sure you're not just gonna click on it to click on it.
No,
it's not that kind of Rumble. It's not. And there have been Rumbles that do that. Yeah. But that's not that Rumble.
No,
that's the problem.
That's where, in fairness, giving it a belt grade, I would give it 3. It's a tough one for me.
Right.
I would give it because I want to be fair, honestly. So you know what? Here it is. I had looked behind me and I gave me a little grace. I'm gonna give it. Oh, God, still a tough one. It was good to me. I don't know what title right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna give it 3. What was the one that introduced the new world title? Not the spinner. I'm gonna give my attitude. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 Brock Lesnar undisputed titles.
Oh, the JBL belt,
which is one of my favorite belts. You know,
the JBL belt, I call it.
Yeah, I call it the Brock Lesnar, the other eagle, right?
Yeah.
Because I could see what they were trying to do, and I think what they gave us worked, although it just was underwhelming, right? Because I thought again, Lash Legends time. I seen what they were putting together. I saw the women's movement.
It was executed perfectly.
I saw them trying to appease the black fan base in this. I'm sorry, letting him, or if he did it on his own. There's some things I say when people say, well, does that person try to grab the brass ring? Did they actually tell fucking Trick Williams to leave his jacket on? That he said, I'm gonna leave my fucking jacket on. It's chances like that that makes you stand out to become a star.
And Trick is definitely a star.
Okay. When even in his interview on SmackDown, paying down, look at my shoes before you talk to me. He's when I say that someone, I say, yo, I saw someone, this young boy said, can he be the next Rock? Let's not go that far, but I get where he's coming from. With if you put the rocket to him, he can be that good. He's just as big as, and I love Obama, Ofemi. But Trick is the one because at the end of the day, you're not putting Obafemi.
You're going to Good Morning America.
You're not
Trick
putting
Williams.
Obafemi on Good Morning America. You're going to put Trick Williams.
So I do want to say this.
Imagery matters. That's what I say. But I get what they were trying to do, right?
Right.
I'm not one who's going to hate on Triple H for this. I'm more like, make me see why I'm going to WrestleMania this year.
Listen, I know predictability exists. I'm a wrestling fan. Shawn was definitely winning the title back in San Antonio.
You knew it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know predictability exists. It's just don't make it that obvious at sometimes. Sometimes don't. No Dom Mysterio, I think, hurt.
Yeah. No location for the Royal Rumble was the problem, or the location for the Rumble was a big problem as well. I've hated it from the second they said they were going to Saudi Arabia. Personally.
Yeah. Right.
You're right, and I think Spot said at the beginning of the show, 25,000 is quote unquote being reported is not the 57,000.
Right.
They took a paycheck. I mean, they took a paycheck.
They took the check.
They took the check, and it showed. Right.
That's the product that we got.
But that's frustrating. I said it a couple weeks ago on my show. I said wrestling now is the new, hipsters coffee spots. It's a hipster thing now. It's when I'm looking at women who are like 40 do wrestling podcasts now. That's because you caught on to something late with it. Nothing against them doing do what you want to do. I'm just saying, like the audience now, it's a fad. Now it's cool to like professional wrestling, but you have your guys, which is still the majority of the spoken audience. That's like, what are y'all doing? It's like Mike's the GOAT, but by the next 25 years, the narrative's going to switch to LeBron.
Right.
And what are we going to do in pro wrestling when that starts to happen? Are we going to keep what we have that is supposed to be pro wrestling?
We're going to become baseball.
And that's not a good place to be.
We're going to become baseball because unfortunately, we live in a time where guys don't do their homework. I'm tired of watching any of these podcasters or any of these guys with a microphone or a headset that want to talk wrestling and don't know pro wrestling. And I say pro wrestling. If you don't know pro wrestling, then just enjoy what you're looking at.
That's why I tell people y'all can eat my shorts because I know pro wrestling and wrestling entertainment. Let's get our black asses up out of here. Any final words, brother, before we go? I gave my belt grade 3 out of 5 Brock Lesnar undisputed title belts. What'd you give it?
I'm going to give it a Nasty Boys tag team title win at WrestleMania 7.
That is trash.
That was a great win. What are you talking about? That was a great win. We did not see the Hart Foundation losing that.
Boys, though. Like, all right.
That was a great win, though.
Okay, so you give this a win then.
It's a win. We got 2 winners we needed, I guess. Now that we're officially on the road, guys, let's see how this plays out.
Listen, guys, I'm going to get my black guys up out of here. Listen, my final thoughts is it's the road to WrestleMania. What else do I have to do? This is what I'm doing. But listen, do not do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. And don't love God. That's crazy. And no, Mike Knoxxx, who you going for?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
Please pay attention and get the message.
Message.
Know that I will always love. Please stop thinking that you're better than Mike Knoxxx.
Stop it. Get some help.
Because I know why your grandmother didn't like you.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
And always remember one thing on this show with Mike Knoxxx.
The crowd on their feet. On a man. Oh! What the? Wait a damn! What the hell?
Because
I love me some me. I can't stand myself.
peace.
Bite my tongue for no one.